Have you ever wondered why some people seem to radiate joy no matter what life throws at them, while others are constantly chasing happiness but never quite find it? Is happiness really about money, success, or fame? Or is there something deeper, something more hidden in the way our brains and hearts work? Today, we're diving deep into the psychology of happiness, what really makes people happy, why our minds often get it wrong, and how you can finally understand what lasting happiness actually means. This isn't about quick tips or surface-level advice. This is about rewiring how you see life, how you measure joy, and how you can start living a more fulfilling life starting today. The myth of happiness. Most of us grow up believing happiness comes from achieving things, getting into the right school, landing the perfect job, buying the dream house, or finding that ideal partner. Society teaches us that happiness is a reward waiting at the finish line. But here's the catch. Once we reach that milestone, the feeling is often temporary. Psychologists call this the hedonic treadmill. Imagine you get a pay raise, and for a few weeks you're thrilled. But then life adjusts. That new salary becomes normal, and soon you're craving the next raise, the next promotion, the next something to feel happy again. It's not that external achievements don't matter. They do, but only to a certain point. Studies show that once basic needs are met, like safety, food, and stability, extra wealth or status contributes very little to overall happiness. Beyond survival, happiness becomes much more about how we think and how we live, not what we own. The science of happiness. Psychologists have spent decades studying what makes people truly happy. A famous framework is Martin Seligman's PERMA model, which breaks happiness down into 5 core elements: positive emotions, feeling joy, gratitude, and hope; engagement, being fully absorbed in what you're doing, losing track of time, in flow; relationships, deep, meaningful connections with others; meaning, having a purpose bigger than yourself; and accomplishment, the sense of achievement and growth. Notice something? Out of these 5, none are about money, fame, or luxury. They're about experiences, purpose, and human connection. Trap number 1. Chasing the wrong things. One of the biggest psychological traps is chasing false happiness. We think, I'll be happy when I lose weight, when I get that job, when I finally move to that city. But happiness doesn't work like that. Example: Anna believed her dream car would finally make her feel complete. For a few weeks, she was ecstatic. But soon, the excitement faded, and she was back to scrolling online looking for the next thing to buy. This constant chase keeps us unsatisfied because we're placing happiness in the future instead of building it in the present. Trap number 2. Comparison. Another trap is social comparison. Our brains are wired to compare ourselves to others, but in the age of social media, this has reached new levels. We scroll through highlight reels of people's lives and end up feeling less, even when our own lives are objectively fine. Science insight. Studies show that heavy social media use is linked to lower life satisfaction, partly because of constant comparison. The truth is, happiness isn't about being better than others. It's about being better than your past self. What actually makes people happy? Now let's flip it. What actually works? What do decades of research and real human stories tell us about genuine, lasting happiness? 1. Strong relationships. Human beings are social creatures. Deep, supportive relationships are consistently the strongest predictor of happiness. The Harvard study of adult development, an 80-year study found that good relationships, more than money or fame, keep us healthier and happier. 2. Gratitude. Gratitude rewires the brain. Simply writing down 3 things you're thankful for each day can increase long-term happiness. Why? Because it shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already here. 3. Purpose and meaning. Those who dedicate themselves to something bigger than personal gain, whether it's family, community, art, or service, report higher happiness levels. Meaning gives life a sense of direction that material success cannot. 4. Flow states. Think of moments when you're so immersed in an activity, painting, playing music, coding, or even cooking, that time disappears. That's flow. Flow is linked to both productivity and happiness because it gives us a sense of mastery and engagement. 5. Acts of kindness. Helping others boosts happiness more than buying things for ourselves. Random acts of kindness, even small ones like holding the door, buying someone a coffee, or sending a kind message, release oxytocin, the love hormone. Daily habits that build happiness. Mindfulness practice. Just 10 minutes of meditation a day can reduce stress and improve mood. Journaling. Writing down feelings, achievements, or gratitudes builds self-awareness. Exercise. Movement releases endorphins, nature's antidepressants. Sleep. A tired brain is more negative. Happiness requires rest. Limiting negativity. Reducing news or social media intake can instantly improve mental health. The psychology of expectations. Here's something fascinating. Happiness isn't just about reality, but how reality compares to expectations. If you expect perfection, you'll always be disappointed. If you expect little, even small joys feel like blessings. This is why mindset is everything. You can live in the same circumstances as someone else, yet interpret life in completely different ways. So why do so many people struggle to feel happy even when they have it all? Because happiness isn't a destination, it's a skill. And like any skill, it requires practice, awareness, and sometimes unlearning the beliefs we carried since childhood. The biggest mistake is waiting for happiness to come from outside. In reality, it's built from the inside out. Practical exercises for you. Let's make this video interactive. I want you to try these 3 things today. Gratitude list. Write down 3 small things that went well today. Do this every night for a week. Connection check-in. Message someone you care about, not to ask for anything, but just to share appreciation. Flow test. Pick an activity you enjoy, set a timer for 30 minutes, and give it your full focus. Notice how you feel afterwards. These small practices create big shifts over time. Happiness is not about eliminating all problems. It's about learning to dance with life as it is. It's not about waiting for the perfect future. It's about noticing the small, imperfect, beautiful moments happening right now. Remember, happiness is less about what happens to you and more about how you choose to see it. So let me ask you, what's one small thing that made you happy today? Share it in the comments below. You might inspire someone else. And if you found this video meaningful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Together, we'll keep exploring the amazing world of psychology and how it can help us live better lives.